Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Had to put a little energy into my intro. I'm running late. I'm always running late, bro. Like every single day, bro. Like it never fails, bro. Like I can never get anywhere on time because I'm just running late. Like that's just there go the car right there. It's okay because I got a bone to pick with this Sonata. Cause I'm finna prove a point. So let me tell you how this Sonata really being so nasty. Like literally, I'm on go trying to get where I gotta go. They want to cut me off. First they honk at me because they thought I would get in their lane. I wasn't getting your lane. I'm trying to stay in the middle lane. They get mad and then they cut me off. When they cut me off, traffic back the freak up. We get caught by the local train out here. Then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, we get caught by a light. Where I gotta go is not that much far up the street. But it's just the principle of how they was being nasty. So I'm finna show y'all how Vanessa dealt with road rage. Cause I got time today, but really I don't. Let me stop. But nah, I can't stand people like that. But as soon as these cars go up, I hope my lane go first. Yep. And her behind on the dang phone. Get over right in front of you. I cannot stand people like that, bro. But anyways, I'm on my way to this lab because I gotta get some lab work done. See, look at this. Nobody ain't got time for this. What the freak you back there driving slow for? If you ain't gonna drive, get out the freaking road. That big old gap, 3 cars could have been in front of them. People just do the most, bro. Like I promise you. Babe, I'm finna get out. You gonna have to switch. I only have like less than a minute to get up in here, so I need to be trying to pretty much go right here. Then we gonna have to switch, and you just gonna have to get in the driver's seat and park. I'll meet you in there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. My name's Chris, and I'm gonna take you back for the ultrasound. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we're doing a transvaginal on you today.
Yes.
Okay.
My husband can come?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
fine.
Come on, babe.
What's been going on?
Well, I had an early stage miscarriage, so they wanted to do a transvaginal to also check like my uterine lining and check my ovaries and stuff like that.
Okay. When was your last menstrual period?
I had February the 14th is when I miscarried.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Let me write that down. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and use the restroom, completely empty out your bladder.
Okay.
Whenever you come back in, you're gonna you're gonna take off your underwear.
Okay.
You'll cover up with this sheet, and then I will have you go ahead and put your feet on the straps. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll do the transvaginal. Okay.
Okay.
I have the consent form for you to sign.
Okay.
You go down here. It's the last door on the right. You're gonna use the restroom. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
That as well. So from the time
All right, so I'm in the doctor's office or in the lab. I'm in the lab gonna get this transvaginal pelvic ultrasound. Somebody knock on the door and then they knock and then just twist the knob. Then that's not what you do. You wait for somebody to say something, which I immediately did.
So I'm gonna step out. Okay. I'm
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
get you situated here.
Okay. Yeah, right here. I went to the lab and did it. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, they put
Okay.
on.
Okay, so go ahead and scoot all the way down. Okay. You're gonna feel like you're falling off. Okay. All right. So, are we just checking to see if there's like retained products or anything? And how far along were you?
I was very early. It was like a early stage. She ordered like to check the thickness of my uterine lining. She was just saying you haven't had one done, but let's just get it done. For me, it was for the uterine lining, and I think you guys could check ovaries on it. I just want to make sure everything is good.
Right. Are you comfortable with me inserting, or do you want to insert?
Oh no, you're good.
You ready?
Yeah.
So right now I'm looking at your cervix.
Oh no, you're good.
The doctor should have a result, I would say, today's Thursday, so I would give it about a couple days, okay?
Okay.
Maybe by next Thursday.
Okay.
Potentially, even sooner than that.
Right. All right,
Alrighty,
perfect.
and here's the lobby for you, okay?
All right, thank you so much, hon. Have a good one. So I'm done with that. Feels good. So we out of there. Shout out to thumbnail guy. He took a picture for the thumbnail. Shout out to him. I'm taking this mask off now. I hate talking in that mask. But anyways, I had went on my records because I've been with the same exact like corporation, whatever you want to call it, for years with all my doctors. So I've had like several transvaginal ultrasounds done, and I was comparing my like size of my uterine lining, and every transvaginal ultrasounds that I've gotten done over the years, they always put normal transvaginal ultrasound, which has been good. I had forgot that years ago, I think in like 2010 or 11, I had like a cyst on my ovaries, but it ended up draining itself out, and I never had that problem since then. Thank Father, y'all. Thank you, Yahuwah. Thank you. Hallelujah. So I do feel positive about the results from this one. I feel like everything's gonna be normal. They're just gonna tell me like the size, because when you get the transvaginal ultrasound, they measure the size of your ovaries, the size of your cervix, and make sure you don't have any like cysts or any like abrasions or whatever they call it, lesions or whatever. They make sure you don't have nothing on there. The good thing about like the doctors I go to, and I'm pretty sure it's like that way for a lot of people, I'm not sure, but with like the doctor and stuff that I go to, even before you go to your follow-up appointment, you can always see your results online. So I always review all my results onto my online portal. That's how I'll be knowing like pretty much what they gonna say before I get there. I'm just eager and excited to log on to the portal in a few days, and I'm so happy that I went when I went, because I'm about to ovulate, because I've been doing the ovulation test strips just so I can make sure I still ovulated after that miscarriage and that everything went back to normal. So I'm glad that I went today, because I know within the next 2 days, probably like later, I feel like later on today or maybe even tomorrow, I should get a surge. So at that point, if they're able to see the follicles of my eggs and my ovaries, they'll be able to say, well, when you got it done, we seen like a few eggs maturing or whatever. Like they'll be able to tell you all that stuff and see it. So that's the plus side about like, is my door not closed? No. Wow. My dang door wasn't dang closed all the way. I could have fell out, but thank God I did. Thank you God I did. But that's the plus about going when I did go. So like there's different phases of our menstrual cycle. It's really important and crucial for you to get to know your body and your cycle. A lot of people don't even know, when somebody say how long is your cycle, the first thing they do is say, oh, my period be on for 5 days. That's not what they're talking about when they're asking you how long is your cycle live. They're asking you like from the first day of, let's say your period came on January 1st and it was from January 1st to the 5th. January 1st is cycle day 1. So then when your period come on in February, you're gonna count from January 1st to whatever the date your period came on in February. Whether that's 28 days later, 29 days, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Whatever is your cycle length, that's what they be asking you. And then you have to keep a track of that. I would probably say track that for at least 6 cycles, 5 or 6 cycles, so you can take that number, add up whatever the value is, and divide it by how many times you do it. So like if you're going to do it by 5 cycles, let's say one is 35, 132, 133, 134, 131. You add all that up, whatever that comes out to be, then you divide that by 5, and whatever that number come out to be, that's your average cycle. So that's how you pretty much do that. And it's really crucial to know that, because that's how you know if you have irregular cycle or if you have a normal cycle. It's a certain number in the 20-something days. If it's less than the 20, whatever that day is, you're irregular. And then if it's more than, I believe, day 35, and your cycle start coming on 36 and 37 and 38 and 39 or 40, 41, that's just crazy. That's pretty much almost a month and a half to 2 months before you get your next cycle, and that's not normal. You should have a cycle every month. The reason why I say it's important to know your body, because I remember when I was going to my endocrinologist and he was ordering certain tests for me. You can get a false diagnosis if you don't get things done at a certain period of your cycle. Let's say you're trying to figure out if you have low progesterone. Your doctor's not educating you that you need to actually go get this test done after you ovulate, or before you're ovulating, or during you ovulating, whatever time of the cycle that they need to detect progesterone levels at a peak, or if it's too low during this cycle, because we have the follicle phase, prolactular phase, the luteal phase, and it pretty much means like where you at inside your cycle. Progesterone is really important around the time that you ovulate. So when you get a progesterone test, you want to make sure that you have already been tracking your ovulation, and you want to go get that test done like within a few days, when you, like a day after you ovulate, or on the day that you ovulate, or really a little bit after you ovulate, so it can see what your progesterone level did when you ovulated. Your progesterone and estrogen level should be at a high level because the uterine lining thickens around the time that you ovulate. And then if the egg is not fertilized, that's when it breaks down, and the egg breaks down and you get your period. But if the egg is fertilized, your progesterone levels need to stay high, because that's what's going to sustain a pregnancy. So let's say around the time that you ovulate, they need to see what your estrogen levels are when you're about to ovulate, see how high they are, because they should be higher than they are inside of the follicle phase. In the luteal phase, your progesterone levels should be higher. And then if you conceive, your progesterone levels should stay high so that your body won't break down the egg because it's fertilized. It can't break down the fertilized egg because your body knows you're pregnant. It stops a certain hormone and start producing HCG hormone, and that's why your progesterone level should continuously be high so that you can sustain that pregnancy. Because if you have low progesterone while you pregnancy, the chances of a miscarriage and the chances of an ectopic pregnancy, your chances are greater. So yeah, we just really need to keep up on our bodies and really get to know our cycle. Every woman's cycle is not the same. It's okay not to have a 28-day cycle. It's okay for you to have a 30-some day cycle, 31, 32, 35. I always thought I was irregular because my cycle would come, you know, in the 30s. So I'm like, oh, I got an irregular cycle. And my cycle wasn't irregular when my period came like that. Your cycle is irregular if you miss a period. Like if you have a period 1 month, but you go 2 months without a period. That's not normal. That's irregular. Or if your period is over the days that it stays, then that's not normal. If you're having a period every 45, every 50 days, that's not normal. That's irregular. And it's okay to bleed for only 3 days and not bleed for 5 and 6 and 7 days. It's not irregular if you bleed 3 days and then your period gone, or bleed 4 days and your period gone. That's not irregular. But it's irregular if you bleeding over 7 days. If you bleed 2 weeks, that's irregular. So we really need to educate ourselves. Unfortunately, it's certain things that are just not true in what we were taught. And we never was taught about our cycle. Like my mama never sat down with me and said, oh, Vanessa, this is what a cycle means and this is the cycle length. Nobody never talked about you. When you got your period, it was like, what kind of pads you need? Your parents trying to figure out, do you bleed light? Do you bleed heavy? They trying to figure out they need to get short, long, medium. That's what parents trying to figure out when you start getting your period. I feel like for me, by me struggling with certain things within my cycle and having irregular periods in the past and dealing with trying to get pregnant and then not getting pregnant, it really helps you get very, very, very close with your body and understand your body, because a lot of people are not educated when it comes to their body and their cycles. They just don't really know. I'm in here getting my smoothie. I love smoothies. So me and my husband, we're going to be doing a liquid fast today. Not like liquid like water, but like smoothies. So we'll just be doing smoothies until a certain time. Thank you. We just pulled up to drop our car off at this place because we got to get some things fixed on this darn car. But my doctor's appointment went really good, and I did like the fact that she asked what was the reason of me getting it, because I think it was her asking that so she can know which areas to focus on the most, you know, what pictures to get, and you know, all this other stuff. So I do think that she really went in with the mindset, okay, let me make sure I do the cervix and let me make sure I really get some good pictures of the ovaries. It just really made me feel good. It felt like she was really on my team, you know what I'm saying? So I really had a good experience with that tech that did my ultrasound today. Like I really liked her. And I had my camera off, but when we was walking out, I had turned it on in mid of her sentence. But before I turned it on, she had said, oh, good luck on your journey. You know, I really hope that you're able to, you know, get pregnant again. I'm rooting for you. And it just made me feel really good because, you know, her asking me how many times I've been pregnant, I told her I had 2 miscarriages. The Uber here? Oh. All right, I'll close this video out later. I have. I'm back at home. We just caught an Uber and came home, and I'm sitting up here in my office area, swinging on this beautiful swing. Beautiful swing. Look, my husband's supposed to be right here. He's supposed to be swinging on this swing, but where is he? I love these swings out here, but where is he? Instead, he over there in the office or whatever, talking to the people or whatever. I just love this view, guys. It's just beautiful. But I wanted to just close out this video. Oh, my package came. Let me show you guys real quick. Y'all see that? Some moss. My package came. We went to the mail room because I had a package, and my samosa came. This is how your samosa should look. It should be dry, like oodle noodles, and it should not come already wet or soaked. It should be dry. That's how you know it's real authentic. This is a superfood. This is good for fertility. It has 93 of the 102, either 92 or 93 of the 102 minerals that our body needs. It got zinc, it got vitamin B12. It got so many good benefits for you, and it's good for fertility. So in another video, I'll share my results with you guys so you can see like the sizing of my uterine lining and what my action plans and stuff like is going forward. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and I'm sorry if I didn't say it. Thank you to all the new people, and thank you for coming back. So like if you new and then you new and you came back, I love you. You're the real one. And then if you're an OG and you just constantly come back like month after month, year after year, because you love me and you're just here and we connected, thank you. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.